Hello, welcome back to Power Underwhelming. Again, we're doing another match for the Rise Up tournament. Today is going to be the Karthus bracket finals, and we're going to have Team Master of the House versus Team NipTip.
All right, so for Team Master of the House, we have Get Handled, Tone, NB Darkname, Kijin, and Worm Turtle. These we actually have a personal relationship with. Get Handled and Tone, they are IRL friends of ours. We're hoping they do well, though it won't affect our shoutcasting. We will be objective, but we love these guys. Anyway, Get Handled and Tone saw that this tournament was happening, and they wanted to get a team together. So this team, Master of the House, is fairly new. They actually recruited Worm Turtle, and NB Darkname and Kijin also wanted to make a team, but couldn't find enough players, so they decided to merge and create Master of the House. And if you're wondering, that is a reference to Les Miserables.
And on NipTip's side, they've been playing since beta, so we're actually going for the opposite side of the spectrum here. They've been playing together for a long time. They've all been friends when they were growing up. And I believe they also said that Jasmiki and Oz were a couple, and they like to own bottom lane and say it's their house. So we'll have to see if Master of the House can bring it.
All right. Well, we're going to message them, let them know we're ready, and we'll get started. All right.
So we know that on at least Master of the House side, they like to go with specific roles.
Yep.
So, and we know most of their... Oh, what just happened? Someone left.
So, someone had left. Looks like we're gonna restart. While we wait for him to join up, hopefully fix that crash. We'll go through the certain roles that we know of. We know Get Handled likes to play strong mids. Tone is usually their top lane. Always their top lane. Worm Turtle plays jungle, and Kijin and NB Darkname are bottom.
With Kijin being their AD,
Yep.
which I got wrong at one of our other things, and Darkname is his support, and they've known each other for a while, so they're really good at bot lane too. So that bot lane is going to be really interesting.
Oh, absolutely. We have two sides, both with good bottom players. Oh, looks like they're going to remake. All right, we'll wait for the invite. Well, sorry about this. We're all set to go, and unfortunately we had a game crash. So we'll bring it back up to the Karthus bracket finals logo, just so you'll have something pretty to look at while we try to get this figured out. Again, sorry about the errors. Let's see, we should be getting a game invitation soon.
So yeah, with a team like the last match we saw with Team Master of the House, they were really controlled. They made sure they had their jungle times down. They had dragon timings down perfectly too. And since Team NipTip has been going with a lot of gaming since beta, like they've been going on and off, but they came back specifically for this tournament. I think this is probably going to be one of the best matches.
Oh, absolutely. We're hoping for a real long one, a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, most of our matches so far have been really one-sided, like one team just crushing, and the other team, trying to play the, catch up and, control their stuff to try to get into like a good team fight for the end game, but it just wasn't happening.
Yeah, we're hoping not to have a clear winner right off the bat. This should be a really good match. All players in this match are really experienced, which isn't to say our last, the people we shoutcasted for last weren't. It's just that they're both taking this extremely seriously, and they want to win.
Yeah, not to mention, I think a lot of the other matches, teams won because of composition, not specific skill of the player, just that their comp worked out better.
Yeah, and, even with the last match we saw, they threw a wrench into what is a normal meta.
Yeah, they put their AD carry up on top, which is really interesting. It had a lot of control in that bottom lane, so...
Yeah, absolutely, and that can throw off even the most experienced players, just because if you're not expecting something, it throws off your entire game.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we are all back in the room, and we got all the people in here. We'll see when they start. Tell them that we are good to go.
We're on stream. NB Darkname wishes to express his apologies for causing that. Now it's Festus left. What's going on here? We have crashes left and right. Both Team Master of the House and Team NipTip have crashed.
Right.
It looks like this is going to be a much more even match than we could have ever imagined. My pick. Oh God. All right, now we're waiting for Hephaestus to join. Let's see if we're going to have to remake again. I wonder what the issue is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like one person's auto leaves, so I don't know if they're crashing or if what's up. Okay, so we're going to continue to wait, see what's going on.
Let's see. What? Do I need to remake the game? Alright, looks like we might have to remake. No. Crash. Click quit. Looks like we're gonna remake yet again.
Well, I guess something else we can talk about is some of the stuff from the videos that we've seen up on lulreport.com already. We already know that in the previous match, Team Master of the House used Cho'Gath middle. We had a Ribbon top, and then we had a Soraka and Vayne bottom, I believe.
No, I believe Vayne was banned.
Or yeah, it was Misfortune.
It was Misfortune, yes.
Yeah, and then they had a Shaco jungle.
Yep.
So we'll see if NipTip picks up on any of those and decides to shut those down based off of that video. Not to mention NipTip's video, which was, I believe, Fraps from Ezreal's point of view,
Yes.
was also put on the website.
Yep.
And they had in Ezreal, I believe, a Sona on bottom.
So, a Kennen on top.
Yeah, they had a Kennen. They had, or no, they were fighting against a Gragas.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think, they had a Malphite jungle.
Malphite jungle, yep.
Yeah,
that was
AD
it.
Malphite jungle too. That was pretty interesting.
Alright, looks like we've been re-invited. There we are. Going into spectate. Hephaestus has joined. Let's see if the rest of Master of the House will join. No one from that team has joined yet. Again, we're sorry for those of you watching about the delay. Unfortunately, it looks like shenanigans keep occurring.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. For those of you who've seen the last two streams we did, League of Legends is known for doing some weird things.
Yeah, we've even had the problem ourselves where every time we go to spectate, it makes our video all messed up.
Yeah. What we're trying this time is restarting my computer in 720p instead of changing it, and hopefully that'll fix. But we do know the fix to it really quickly, so hopefully by the time we're up and running again, we won't miss any of the action.
Now it seems like Team Master of the House isn't joining for some reason.
It should be. There seems to be. Oh, here we go. Tone is joined. Warm Turtle is joined. Here comes Get Handled.
Where'd Tone go?
He went down to Spectator. What they want to do here is to
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. They're setting up who's going to get the first pick.
Yep.
Okay.
So
we're just waiting for
Kajian's going to go in.
Yep.
Tone's going to get second pick, and it should be Kajian should be hopping back into the thing to.
Well, he may be waiting for Dark Name to come in.
That's true. And then Warm Turtle will just leave, hop into Spectator, and go to the bottom. Yeah. That's exactly what they're doing. All right. Well, let's hope no one crashes this time. Looks like we're going to start. Hopefully. Hold on to your butts. All right.
Okay, we're good.
Oh, we're good.
Okay, it looks like NipTip gets first ban.
Yes. They're the ones who created the server, so they get first ban, and they go for Shaco.
Yeah, so they're
Big
shutting
surprise.
Worm Turtle down.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely saw that video. I believe that was a completely directed ban at the jungle. But we know Worm Turtle. He has a lot of jungles up his sleeve, so I have to see what he
Absolutely.
decides to
And
do.
they're going to ban Kennen in
Yeah.
direct response to their video. So both teams have researched each other. This will be interesting.
Okay, so now we have to see NipTip what the next thing they're going to decide to ban. They know all of their stuff. I think the hardest thing.
Gragas.
Get Handle's actually been doing a lot of practice to Gragas recently too, so they were probably most afraid of that.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to ban Morgana.
Okay, Morgana, again, a really strong champion, so they just want to make sure to stay away from a lot of that AoE they're shutting down.
And it looks like they're going to ban Shen as well, because we know Tone has been practicing a lot with Shen.
Yeah, that was mostly due to the recent patch update, though.
Mm.
So I didn't talk to him about how his actual thing was going when he was playing with Shen.
And it looks like they're going to ban Gangplank.
Oh, Kassadin. That's going to be a very, very mean middle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kassadin versus Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia wins out in the early. Kassadin starts winning at 6. So if we see Cassiopeia, if it goes Cho'Gath, honestly, I think Cho'Gath has good sustain, but I think that he's going to win it. I don't think Cho'Gath can handle.
Yeah, he does a lot of damage. He's
Yeah.
very powerful. Unless they can get in a lot of early ganks to kind of get handled the advantage, he's gonna be tough. He's gonna be a tough middle.
Yeah, so let's see what Get Handled falls on. He's generally the middle. I don't think they've ever switched it up, so
yeah.
So he is gonna possibly stick with that standard Cho'Gath that he's been messing with. Now, unfortunately, they're picking their top pretty early, so Tone likes to generally pick when he knows what he's facing, I believe.
Mm.
And now he doesn't have that. He has to, kind of just go with.
Riven.
Okay.
Yep. We know he's very good, very experienced with Riven, and he rather enjoys playing him. So looks like he's going to go with what he knows best.
All right, and with that Gangplank shutdown, that was probably Tone saying, "Okay, I can face anything in lane with Riven except for Gangplank."
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to be Nipsure. Unfortunately, like we said, we don't know everything about which people choose what champions. Okay, so Tristana, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and Sona, they're going to pick up that support.
So they didn't ban Vayne.
Mm.
And Kijin loves Vayne. Like, really loves Vayne.
Look at that. There you go. Kijin and Tarek.
I think Kijin and Darkname are getting the game they want.
Absolutely.
And Tristana's good for jumping in, but Vayne's the one AD champion you don't want to jump on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably going to give that lane just to Vayne purely based off the AD points. Tristana does get really, really good later on in the game, but Vayne's scaling is consistent throughout the entire game.
Looks like we're going to go for a Maokai top and a Malphite jungle.
I think Maokai is a really good pick against that Riven because he's the only one that can take the harass and constantly be battered down by Riven while not having to lose his lane. He's not going to do a ton of damage, but he's going to hold out against her, and hopefully they can get some great ganks with that Malphite.
Yeah. Now the big question is, who's Worm Turtle going to play?
Well, if they do actually lock in with Malphite, he's more about his own jungle and getting wards on like river and stuff, and then ganking. He doesn't have a whole ton of counter jungle, so we may see Worm Turtle go with a more counter jungle style. We don't know because Worm Turtle does play like every jungle that's out there. So
yeah, I'm guessing Lee Sin or an Udyr.
Yeah, I would say Udyr would probably be one of his best picks for being able to counter jungle effectively. Lee Sin also, yeah, very good. So he's going to go with that. He may change up his summoner spells. We're not sure. I do know he likes that exhaust. And Lee Sin already has a lot of mobility with this ability, so he doesn't need the flash. But some Lee Sins like to take the flash.
Yeah, sometimes flash is just a safe route to pick because you can get caught up in something and just a nice skip over the forest and you can get out of trouble.
Right now, he has to make sure he would have to ward the other side and then use his defensive leap, and it takes a little longer. If you ever think on like on SmartCast, it's not that long at all, but it's almost as fast as a flash if you click right.
So I definitely think both teams are playing a game they want to play. We know that especially for Master of the House, they're picking characters they're good with. They know them very well.
Yeah, I think the only thing that NipTip probably didn't like was that ban of Kennen. They really liked that Kennen. That was their best initiator for the match that we had seen on Law Report. So, okay, so we got that. Let's talk about, I would say, summoner spells. We're going to go with middle first. We have a heal and an ignite versus a flash and ignite. So that means that Kassadin is going to be, until level 6, he's going to have to play safe, and he can't get out too far, and he'll get ganked because he has no escape mechanic. But at 6, then he gets his escape mechanic. He doesn't have to worry about it, and it's not that unusual to not see a flash on a Kassadin.
Yeah, he's definitely thinking about taking this to the late game, and once he gets to level 6, he doesn't really need the flash anymore.
Right. And then get handled, taking flash ignite, which is pretty standard, and it's pretty good for Cho'Gath, so he'll still have that. Oh no, I need to run away, and the damage also. So if, like Kassadin rifts away, maybe the ignite will still get it off.
Yep.
Then if we're looking at bottom lane, we have heal and flash on Tristana, and then a flash and an exhaust on Sona. And then we have a clairvoyance and a clarity on, on Tarek, and then a flash and an exhaust on Vayne. So both ADs are going to be very cautious with what they're doing. They have, their flash is going to be really good. Not to mention both of those characters themselves have really good escape mechanics.
Yep.
And not to mention the exhaust. That means that she's going to jump out and hit the exhaust. While since exhaust is on Sona, she's going to probably use it more defensively, especially since Tarek is probably going to zone a little better, especially with that stun.
Yep.
Not to mention clairvoyance is going to give him better control of the map, and he's going to be able to be safer when going into certain areas. And I also know that since we have Vayne, he's going to use that clairvoyance probably to get if they don't have a ward or something and a really clutch condemn needs to go off, that would help a lot.
Yeah.
I still don't know about the clarity. I know MB Darkname personally likes clarity. I just think that it falls off to later on in the game. It's just not as useful as getting a tears and then not worrying about mana. But that's his own personal style, so if it works for him, I guess he.
What's going to be interesting is they do have Team NipTip does have 2 healers, and like we said before, and as we saw in the last match, they can be really clutch and can save a team from death.
Yeah.
So
and then
if they get to the late game and the team fight goes out, that could really go into the advantage of NipTip.
Yeah. And on top lane, we have Teleport and Flash versus Flash and Ignite. Now, as we said in some previous matches, we do know that Tone likes to choose summoner spells that help him be safe and win his lane, which is why he went with those summoner spells. And Hephaestus taking the Teleport means that NipTip could have the potential of always having a 5-man dragon, which could be an issue for Master of the House.
Yeah, and we know that they like to dragon, they like to ward dragon, so they'll be very aware about what's going on in dragon.
Yeah, most of the videos that we had seen prior and casted for at least Master of the House, both teams were really great on all of their jungle timings.
Yeah, so we're going to see a lot of contesting with dragon.
And what just happened?
I think it's loading.
No,
it's loading.
Check to see if they're in the game.
No, they went online. No one's in the game.
Okay, we're again having...
What happened? Kish crashed yet again.
So that's a 3rd crash.
Alright, so what we'll probably see is a blind pick remake.
Yeah,
both teams choosing the characters and the summoner spells that they chose.
Yeah.
That's the only fair agreement. They know they're being streamed right now, so if anyone tries to pull a fast one, it's not going to get by. This is public information. So I think we're waiting for Kish to get back online, and we'll see the remake. Again, we're really sorry about this. It isn't our fault this time. But I know it makes it hard for people watching it who expected us to have a match.
Oh, was that Karthus bracket page up while they were doing picks and bans?
No, it wasn't. I switched it over.
Just switched it? Okay.
Yeah, I switched it over, so I don't have to see all this. Again, sorry for those who are watching the stream. Sorry for those watching YouTube. Please just skip ahead.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube, skip ahead. If you're on the stream, thank you for bearing with us.
Yeah. I did hit accept. There we go. Spectating. All right, let's try this one more time.
Hold on, I have to get everyone in the right teams.
Oh, yeah. Well, it shouldn't matter at this point.
No, Warm Turtle was on NipTip's side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, picks and bans has already happened. Yep. It looks like they are agreeing. I'll put this up so everyone can see. They are agreeing to pick the same champs and the same summoner spells. If it doesn't happen that way, then it will be noticed. This will go to the team regulators. They know about the stream. They are watching it. So hopefully we'll get a match going soon. Unfortunately, we do have to wait another 3 minutes. The curse is strong with this game. Gosh. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, everything's looking the same so far.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Looks good. Here, I'll bring this up now. It's technically blind pick, so they can't see it, but since we're spectating, we can see what they're picking, and everything looks good. I don't see any differences on either team. Flash Ignite, Smite and Exhaust, Flash and Exhaust, and Clarity and Clairvoyance. Flash and Ignite, Flash and Exhaust, Flash Heal, Flash Teleport, Heal and Ignite. Yep, those are all the same. So hopefully, within the next 3 minutes, you guys will be actually able to watch a match. If you're on YouTube, feel free to skip ahead. We might find something to talk about. We might not. Just go ahead. We won't be offended.
Well, the only other thing we had on summoner spells, at least, I'm not sure if we talked about Warm Turtle since he took that exhaust. That means that if he does do counter jungling, he's going to be able to slow that Malphite down. Unfortunately, I don't know how he plays Lee Sin, if he plays in more tanky or more damage style. So I don't know if he'll be able to get a kill just by himself, and maybe like a more team setup where he gets like Get Handled to come in and stuff for any kind of counter jungling. And Malphite too, he could counter jungle, but generally he goes with ganks. So
yeah, and I know Lee Sin is a very mobile champion, so he'll be all around the map, and that might create a psychological effect where we saw in other games where the team is hovering around their tower because they're just not sure where that jungle is, and that could be really key for Match to the House.
definitely.
Or if Malphite can really start getting some ganks, they might be able to do it to Match to the House again.
Yep.
But we'll see. This should be a really interesting match.
Hopefully we don't have a crash. We just got to wait another
No.
minute and 30 seconds.
I believe both teams go really well into the late game.
I'm trying to think if any of these champions were adjusted in the previous patch. I know that Sona was adjusted to where her early game damage is reduced.
Yep.
But it scales back up in the late game. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just means that the Sona herself has to play a little more defensively. I don't think they'd touch Tarek, though.
No, I don't believe so.
And any of the other champions, I don't think, if they did affect them, that it was anything major, because I don't remember any of it.
I remember the specific changes going to Shen, Soraka, and Sona.
Yep.
Were the major ones.
Yeah.
So anything else is minor. Shouldn't affect the game.
So you should think about endgame team fights. It seems like Master of the House has, again, not as much AoE, more about control and individualizing a single champion and killing it. While Team NipTip has Kassadin, if he decides to go with more a Rift style where he gets a couple stacks up, he can hit for a really good AoE in the beginning, and that could be some great AoE, not to mention his E is also an AoE. And then Maokai can shut one person down to start the initiate and then get some AoE with his ultimate.
Malphite can knock people up in the air. And
Right,
slow
so
them.
that's another one, a great initiate, and then so does initiate also.
Yeah.
So the only one that's really kind of like individual focused is Tristana, but she can still at least jump in to do some AoE damage, and she has some control on her ult to knock out the one person they don't want to deal with.
All right, the game is starting.
Now let's see if we have,
We have
any.
that issue again.
Screen
No.
issues.
All right. So from now on, we're gonna restart the computer in 720. We won't have that issue again.
Okay, good. But no matter what, every cast is riddled with some kind of issue lately.
No.
We had one beautiful cast, Master of the House versus Latvian Standard, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like Maokai and Malphite are skinned for NipTip, and Cho'Gath, Lee Sin, Vayne, and Tarek.
Oh, it looks like you got the newest Vayne
Yeah.
skin too for Valentine's Day. I love that Cho'Gath skin too. It's always pretty good.
It looks good too.
The Tarek skin, I like the one that's black and red best.
Oh yeah, that one looks really good.
Yeah, that one looks really good. This one's okay too. I think it just looks a little too close to his original though.
Mm.
It just adds some like a little more purple.
Mm.
And then the Maokai skin, that's always hilarious, throwing presents and stuff at you. That was always good. And then the big green giant, which with the green clover. So
All right, well, loading's almost complete. Well, finally, after all this time, have a match for you guys.
I'd say on a level 1, I think Master of the House has a slightly better level 1. Purely because that Tarek can stun someone, and that almost guarantees a kill.
Yeah.
Especially if Vayne goes to tumble first or something, because then she can a lot of positioning and stuff. She also may go with a condemn first too. A good condemn would be really great.
All right, the match has begun. No mouse issues.
No? Okay.
It's like both teams
People
are going to buy.
Starting to buy items. We got a ping up top.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
a couple pings.
that was like an inhib ping. I'm not sure what that one was.
I guess they're pinging left and right.
Yeah, wow.
Not really sure what they're going on, but it looks like Master House is coming up top, whereas NipTip is going bottom.
Okay, so Master House is either going to invade blue. Okay, yeah, they went too far. I was going to say, Lee Sin generally does start red. So maybe, well, their jungle's Malphite. He would normally start blue. So maybe they're defending the red because they believe that Lee Sin would go to take the red.
Yeah.
But Master of the House has actually gone up in our positioning for blue.
Yeah. So this will be interesting. Now the thing is, Master House could steal their blue, but NipTip can come right up here and steal Master House's blue, and it might just be a trade-off.
Yeah.
However, it looks like they're coming back up. Cassidy's staying down here.
Okay, they're still watching at the red.
Yeah.
Now we got to wait until 1 minute and 55 seconds for both of those to spawn. We'll see if they end up taking any of the other camps.
They're still staying around red. They are certain that Master House is coming top.
Or maybe they'll just start. Maybe Malphite does start red. I haven't actually jungled with Malphite myself, but as far as I know, I believe he needed blue to start.
Well, it looks like he's moving up to blue.
Okay, so 140 just passed. That means Wraiths have spawned. Master of the House is still not moving.
They just did their clairvoyance.
Okay.
Moving into their jungle.
Okay, so they're stealing their wolves and their blue.
Here comes NipTip. Gonna grab.
He's probably just going to back off.
Yeah, he's gonna back off. Cho'Gath's gonna meet Cassidy in the middle. They've successfully stolen blue, and they're out of there.
Yeah, and there's the safe too. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see who that means. Lee Sin could give Cho'Gath blue to start, and it'll give him an early lead versus Cassidy.
Mm-hmm. He's going into race. Tarek and Vayne have gone all the way back, which is going to give Tristan and Sona some early XP and early CS.
Yeah, hopefully they'll. Okay, yeah, they're going to get down there before the tower takes the experience and stuff from their own personal minions.
Yep.
But they've already lost a couple CS.
Here comes Tarek. Vayne is on her way with the next wave. Cho'Gath is pushing hard in mid.
Lee Sin just is taking his red now.
No one's taken that blue yet. But Malphite isn't going up to take it either. We have a ward placed down here already. They're pinging in. Oh, they see Sona. They know she's going up. She's just warding though. Dragon is now warded. Lee Sin's coming up. Not going to be able to get Maokai, who's hanging out by the river. Or not the river, his tower. Vayne and Tarek are hugging their turret. Cho'Gath's pushing very hard, doing a lot of damage to Kassadin.
Yeah, he definitely needs to make sure to push that advantage in the early levels.
Absolutely. Looks like Malphite's going for his red. Riven's pushing Maokai really hard as well. Looks like Riven's hiding out, trying to get the jump on Maokai. Will it work?
You could just throw a sapling in the bush.
Yeah.
Go forward. And now that sapling will stay there for a little while just in case Lee Sin comes up.
Yeah, but it looks like he's going to head bottom.
He may be going down to finally give Cho'Gath the blue. The lane is pretty pushed, so they could do it. Oh, they almost got Vayne on bottom.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Lee Sin's grabbing wolves. Cho'Gath is still pushing very hard.
CS-wise, Riven is 3 in the lead, which isn't that much of a difference. And on bottom lane, we got 12 for Tristana, and we got 15 for Vayne. So Vayne caught up on that CS loss.
Looks like they're zoning Vayne really hard. Lee Sin is grabbing his blue.
Okay, I don't know if he actually... No, okay, he just took it. He's not going to... He just refreshed, and then he's going to probably come bot. But there is a ward he may do... No.
I think they did see him. They are hanging quite a bit. He's coming down. They're going to back off.
Yeah, he's just helping to push the lane so that way they can get off the tower and start getting some wards in the further bushes.
Yeah, he's running back. Looks like Cho'Gath is still pushing mid. Riven is still pushing Maokai. And we're going to see Lee Sin go back.
And in mid, we got 15 CS for Kassadin and 24 for Cho'Gath. So, yeah, he's still pushing that advantage as much as he can until that level 6.
Riven is at 25, and Maokai is at 16, now 17. So it looks like Riven's trying to get ahead a little bit, too.
Yeah, until Maokai gets a bit more tanky, he's going to have to always just, turret hug, because Riven does a lot of damage throughout the entire time throughout the game. So.
Yeah, Kassadin's taking a lot of damage right now. Malphite's here. Is he going to go for the gank? He's coming in.
Okay, he's either going to help to try to gank Cho'Gath, or he's just going to babysit middle lane probably so Kassadin can go back. Yeah, it looks like he's probably just going to do...
Yeah, he's pushing. Kassadin isn't going back.
Yeah, now
Lee Sin's coming in. He's going to steal his Ryze since he's babysitting. He's coming down. Nope. All right. Good counter jungling by Lee Sin. Grabbing that little XP for Malphite while he tries to babysit. Oh, coming in, hitting Malphite, but he's too close to his damage to really do any permanent damage. Maokai's still being pushed heavily. Tarek and Vayne are back up on their turret again.
Yeah, Sona's doing really good and trying to make sure that they stay zoned.
Looks like Lee Sin's going to take wolves. Kassadin and Malphite are coming up middle.
So yeah, Lee Sin's definitely shutting that Malphite's jungle down really well. He's even going to potentially steal his blue. He could give it to Cho'Gath.
Malphite's coming in, but Cho'Gath's here to try and protect him.
Right, they're setting up for a gank. Also, you can use it to jump up the wall.
Maokai's coming in, Riven's coming down.
Yeah, they stole it.
Kassadin's here. They did steal it. Now he's just got to live through this. Ooh, wow, lots of damage.
So much damage.
Got the silence. They're going to push out, and they just stole their blue.
Oh yeah, he went too far.
Are they going to get the kill? Oh, they got the kill.
By Tone. Ooh, that Riven's so dangerous.
Very good maneuver by Tone. Bottom's still being pushed by Sona and Tristana. They're hanging out in their jungle. Looks like Cho'Gath's going to go back to farming.
Yeah, he's going to continue to push, especially with that Cassidy has to wait, so he's going to lose a lot of CS, and he's already down. Cho'Gath is at 44 compared to 19, so that's already double.
Wow. Yeah, that's a
And
big advantage.
They've stolen 2 blues off of Team NipTip, too.
Yeah, that's going to really hurt their Malphite. And they're already up by 2K. For gold, that is.
Yep.
Just to
I would say we
specify.
could potentially see a dragon soon from Master of the House.
I think they're going to want to do that soon, too. They like getting Dragon early, and they like maintaining it.
Yeah, I would suspect we may see one at around 10 minutes.
And just so
Unless
you guys
there's a big
notice,
team.
there is no ward for NipTip, so they won't know when Dragon goes down unless they ward soon.
Yeah, the only problem is that since that bottom lane is pushed, it was pushed so much, but they had just recently gone back, so this would actually be a perfect time to grab that dragon. But it looks like he's going to actually do some counter jungling and try to steal his red.
Alright.
Unfortunately, there's nothing in that bush, so he doesn't know that Lee Sin is there. So Lee Sin can just wait and then smite.
There he goes.
For the kill.
Oh, miss flash, exhaust, Malphite's down, Caston's coming in, Tristana's running in.
And he steals the red.
Is he going to get out in time? Cho'Gath's coming in.
Okay, Cho'Gath could save him. He has to get a...
Oh, he's out.
Nice. Okay, he got
chasing after him,
got
though.
the science off. He should be okay. But now Cho'Gath has to get out. He did a bunch of damage.
Tarek and Vayne are coming in, though. Lee Sin's out of there.
Trying to do a little more poke. Okay, Vayne's coming out from the back.
Yep.
Ulted.
Oh, pushback Sona. Exhaust. Is she gonna go down? Doesn't look that way.
Nice.
Oh, they got
They
Lee Sin and they got his buffs.
They suckered Lee Sin in by waiting for that heal.
Yep.
That was really good. Well, unfortunately, Malphite has gone down, though, so that means he's lost 2 buffs, a whole bunch of farm time.
Yep. He's gonna be way behind.
Yeah. Bottom lane is losing a bunch of experience, but they had that team fight, so that's pretty good.
So we're seeing 2-1 in Master of the House's favor. This is going to be a really good match. That was a great team fight.
Okay, starting off with some items. On NipTip side, we have Cassidy. He took a mana crystal and he took a ruby for some health to help him. He's probably going to go with Catalyst. I don't know if he's going to go Rod of Ages, but we'll have to see which way he goes with that. And
Lots of damage done to Cho'Gath. Not really sure why he went down.
Malphite comes in. I don't know if he has his ult.
Yep. Oh, he does have his ult. Cho'Gath goes down.
Nice.
We're seeing a 2-2 game.
Okay, so that Maokai has a Philosopher's Stone, and we're gonna get a Pink Ward. Oh, first
Ooh,
this
they're
is
gonna
a
start
bad.
dragon.
This is a bad dragon.
Yet they know it's coming.
Okay, so yeah,
Alright, well,
Master of the House is definitely gonna contest this. Alright, yeah, okay.
There's the
Sin's
ward.
checking. There's the ward, so he can see what's going on. Okay, he goes in.
They got to
steals
kill
it.
Malphite.
Oh, no, okay.
We see Sona pulls out her ulti. Lee
Dragon.
Sin's gonna go down.
And
Dragon goes in for Master of the House. They grab Sona, so it's a 2-1. Master of the House's favor. They're gonna grab Gaston too. He can't rift lock. Oh, he rift locks
Riven.
away. Riven's coming in. Is he gonna grab Cassidy?
No, Cassidy. Oh, he has no mana though.
Oh.
I guess Tone must have thought that he was just going to riff walk away, but he didn't know that Cassidy had no mana. He couldn't have gotten away. So yeah, Master of the House stole Dragon and only lost Lee Sin out of that.
Yeah, it's a 4-3. So while they did, while NipTip was catching up with a kill on Cho'Gath, they kind of turned it around, and Master of the House still holds the advantage. They're up by 3K now, a little bit over.
And
Gold.
some more on items. That Tristana, she got her Berserkers, and it looks like she got a Razor, so she's going to build Madrids. And then we got on Sona, standard stuff for support, Philosopher's Stone, and then we got the Claw on Malphite, which is pretty standard too. We'll see if he decides to build Wriggles. On Master of the House side, Cho'Gath has picked up an AP book, 2 Doran's Rings, and another AP book, so it looks like he's probably going to go with a Revolver to start. And another counter jungle on that blue. He's going to steal another blue.
Wow, his timings are so good. Malphite's coming in, but they don't know if he's already in there, so Cassidy's hanging out by the tower.
No, they do have
Malachi's coming in.
They have a ward
do
up
see
there,
it,
so
yeah.
yeah, they see
Like
it.
he got blue. Malachi won't be able to do much to him. He's already out there.
Yeah, so nice steal.
Wow, they're really starving.
Lee Sin, Warm Turtle, so pro. Okay, so Riven has Mert Treads to probably stop and control that Malachi damage, and also picked up some magic resistance and then some damage, so probably going to build a Brutalizer. And then at Lee Sin already has his Wriggles. He got level 1 boots.
Ooh, nice word placement by Master House. They're coming in. Will they get the kill, though? Oh, no, they're already backing away. They do know that ward's...
And then Vayne has Berserker Greaves and picked up a Vampiric Scepter.
Nice purple ward by Tarek. Shuts down that ward that Sona just placed. Riven gets Malachi.
Yeah, Riven on top.
So powerful.
So Riven has 83 farm, Malachi is 42, so that's still double. Shogat at 83 also, and Cassidy at 42, so that's another double.
Alright, looks like they're going to push the tower. Is it going to go down? Cassidy's hanging out by his. They're going to push the tower with Lee Sin and Riven.
Yeah, free tower, no one's going to be up there for that.
But we have a gank set up down here. Malphite's backing off, Cassidy's pushing a little bit, but they're going to take this tower. And that's going to give them a greater gold advantage and one step further closer to winning the game.
Okay, so it looks like Vayne has 68 CS and Tristana has 54. So Tristana's a little behind, but not super behind.
Ooh, she's starting to do some heavy damage. Took down about half of Sona's health, but Tristana's there to back them off. Lee Sin's coming in. Cassidy's going to go back. Riven's hanging out in the jungle now. Looks like Lee Sin and Sho are pushing mid.
Again, more counter jungling.
Cassidy's coming in. He saw him down here. He's going to try and get Lee Sin. Will they get the kill?
Cho'Gath's going to hit the silence to make sure that
Yep.
okay. Molokai's here though. More Turtle
Oh,
gets
looks
the back
like
up.
Lee Sin's down. But they
Malphite's
did get
down.
Malphite.
Even trade, as long as Get Handled gets out, that'll
Yeah. He's already out of there.
be... Okay, now, I don't think Lee Sin or Malphite had any kind of killing scores, so that should have been an almost even trade.
No, Lee Sin has died a few times, so I don't believe they did.
Right.
And they're still up now by 5k.
Yep.
You should be seeing Dragon Pop within about a minute. I think it was between 16 and 17 minutes.
Okay, so we just had a stun on Sona. Bang went backwards, though, instead of going forwards to try to get a condemn in the wall. Playing it safe on bottom. They just want to farm up. They don't really want to initiate right away unless they have a gank.
Yeah, it looks like Cho'Gath is getting some stacks, though. He's getting bigger.
And now that Malachi, he has the issue of he has to kind of just wait until Riven farms top a little bit to push back, and then he can go to farm. So he does have some time where he can go to other lanes and try to help out, but hopefully he doesn't roam a little too much and then get too far behind.
Looks like they're prepping for another dragon. There is a pink horn down by NipTip. So that is warded, whereas I don't believe... No. Master House does not have this warded, but they do know the timings, and they're getting ready to come in.
And it was a green
Tarek
one
and
put
Vayne
up
are
on
down
top,
here.
so okay.
Got 3 down.
Oh, Worm Turtle's in the bush.
Oh, wow, I didn't even see that. Looks like they're focusing.
Vayne's taking a bunch of
Massive
damage, though.
Vayne's gonna go down. Well, Tristana's taking a lot of damage. Are they gonna get her?
They might. Malachi comes in for the save. Just saves her.
But Cho'Gath grabs Tristana. But they got Tarek and Lee Sin. They're gonna have to back up. This is going.
They're getting Get Handled right now, too.
Oh, Get Handle's going down. This just went from Master House's game to NipTip's. They're gonna take this tower now.
I'd say it's still pretty even though NipTip is up 1 kill.
Wow, lots of AoE damage. Oh my god, he takes down Crescent. He takes down Malphite. He's chasing Maokai. Oh my god, Riven is ridiculous.
Okay, he'll chase him to the turret and then back up.
Wow, that just turned an advantage for NipTip into an advantage for Master House, as they're probably going to get a free dragon now. They're all pinging towards it. They're running toward it. Cassidy and Malphite are still down. Maokai's weak. They're going to back off. It's a free dragon. Oh my god. This is ridiculous.
Okay, so Riven starts up the dragon well.
They're pulling it back a little bit. So Tristana can't ward and get the kill. And yeah, Dragon goes to Master of the House yet again. They're all up 6K.
Oh, so wait, Riven didn't go with what I thought. What did she go with? She just picked up her Wriggles. But what's this? I think it's a Hex Drinker, right?
Hex Drinker, you are correct. Ooh. Lots of CS for Lee Sin if he gets up there. Looks like we're going back to laning, although Caston's hanging out, gonna grab
first blue of the game. So it's still pretty even. So I would say that both teams are probably gonna wanna just keep warding Dragon. I don't think they're gonna ward Baron too much. I don't see any really early Barons coming in this game, unless it's like a super steal, like a really great team fight. They do have 2 Wriggles, though, on Team Master of the House side, so they could do a lot of damage.
Looks like we have a gank set up for Cho'Gath, but they're going to disengage and go down the bottom to try and take that tower, even things out for them.
Yeah, they could easily take the tower and then gank Vayne and Taric, so if they push 4 for 2...
Yeah, okay. There you go. They got the tower. They're going to back off.
Yeah, that was good by both teams. They should have definitely backed off, and taking the tower was good.
So you got some wards in Master House's jungle.
Okay, now Get Handled is a little... Okay, now he's going up. That's good. They saw that they were coming up from the river, and he was a little overextended. Riven's overextended a little, too.
So he's going to teleport. They're all grouped up. Maokai and Riven. Riven's backing up. Looks like they want to push mid. But Lee Sin and Vayne are coming in, so it should be a 3v3. Riven's going to come in possibly to clean up. But they're already heading back, so there won't be any engagement there.
Okay, they had a ward up in the river too, so they saw Riven come down.
Yeah. So they probably saw him come down, disengaged, wait till they could all group up. Looks like NipTip wants to really set up a team fight.
Yeah, they're trying to force it. This angle might be kind of bad, though. Oh,
here we go. Team fight going on.
Okay, they got Riven, but she flashed out. Now she's turning around.
Vayne's taking out Tristana. Lots of damage going on. Riven goes down, but so does Kassadin. And Malphite. That's Riven's first death in the game. And again, the team fight goes to Master of the House, who's now going to take their red.
Yeah, and then Tristana took a bunch of damage in the beginning, so she had to back up almost immediately.
Yep. Yeah, she's backing right now. Looks like middle might go down. They're pushing really hard.
They could push, or they could... Okay, yeah, they're going to back up. That's good. I would say they could tank the turret and then make them think that they're going to go for the kills and then turn around, kill the turret quickly, and then finish them off. But they backed up.
Looks like Lee Sin's going to try and do some damage. Taking a lot of turret strikes.
Get handled.
Ooh, bad move from Lee Sin. He's going to go down.
Yep.
And looks like...
Turn that into a double kill. Wow. Evens it up. Very nice.
Some overextension and heavy aggressiveness from Master of the House just gave NipTip 2 free kills.
Unfortunately, we didn't pay attention to either of the dragon timers.
Yeah.
So, we're not showing dragons. We know it's not going to come up anytime soon. We still got a couple more minutes. But the other problem is that Lee Sin keeps clearing Malphite's jungle. So he keeps going in trying to, keep up and gain levels, and it's not working out.
Yeah, Lee Sin is 2 levels ahead of Malphite.
And item-wise, okay, so we're going to go with mid's Kassadin, and he did get that Rod of Ages, got some magic resist, and it looks like we did get that revolver, and we have a death cap already on Get Handled, so he's already super fed, 153 CS, That's really good.
Yeah, so even though we're tied for kills, they're already up 6K still in gold, and they're getting fed really nicely.
And then top lane, Mokai went with his Philosopher's Stone, and then a...
Oh, misclick. 2 wards going down.
Yeah, 2 pink wards, too.
That's 100. Well, it looks like they're going to wait for blue so they can get it.
Okay, so Mokai went with a Catalyst, and it looks like he built an AP stick, so he's going to go with a Rod of Ages also, probably. Strange that he's not going to go with some more defensive stuff. Of course, their Malphite is building a Heart of Gold, and he just got a big belt, too. So maybe he's going to be the more tanky style. Tarek just picked up Heart of Gold himself and picked up some movement speed 5 boots. So when he's not in combat, he's going to be going really quick. He also picked up an Oracle too. So they're also going to be doing some clearing without having to buy pink words anymore.
Looks like Dragon's about to pop as both teams are now hovering around Dragon.
Riven got that mallet, so Riven's going to be doing some slowing too every time they're attacking, which is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And Lee Sin also has a mallet and got a health belt. And Vayne got a Bloodthirster and a Zeal, so lots of damage, lots of lifesteal, and lots of attack speed.
Looks like
Tristana's starting to build Madrids, but hasn't kind of like diverted to getting some health.
Alright, they just Clairvoyance.
Okay, so Dragon Timer, we're going to guess, is going to be up soon. And then this time we'll make sure to pay attention so we know what the next Dragon Time is.
Looks like they're pushing them out of their jungle. They don't want to engage.
And Cassidon's top getting blue, so that's going to be a free dragon.
Yep. And that's at 24 minutes and 20 seconds. So that'll be about 30 minutes, 20 seconds.
Oh, so they're going to... Okay.
Looks like they're going to try for a Baron, but they just got Dragon. They're going to get up here.
Okay, so yeah,
they might be faking at this point. Oh, they're just clearing wards. But they know they're up there.
I think they were actually going to try to go for it, though, but then they noticed that Master of the House came through the middle. So now, since they don't have vision on the Baron, it almost forces a team fight. Master of the House can't leave. They have to figure out what they're doing. And with that Oracle, they can constantly shut down wards.
Looks like they're pushing. Lee Sin and Vayne are going up top. They're running back to their towers, so they're not engaging them directly. And Vayne is probably going to pick up that red. Yep.
Yeah, Riven is top also.
Yeah, Riven's still top.
This would be a 4v5 in middle. This would be a pretty good time to push, but unfortunately they didn't have the minions that
and they keep knocking the minions down, so the tower's really helping them. And what AoE Master of the House has is knocking those minions back. They're just pushing them back, giving Riven some free XP and CS, and then now he's able to join up with them.
And he threw a ward down at Baron too.
Yep.
So
right and back. Excellent ward.
CS-wise, we still got 181 for Cho'Gath compared to 83 of Cassidon. So Cho'Gath is super fed compared. Death and kill-wise, they're both pretty even. On top lane, we got 69 for Maokai, but 162 for Riven, which isn't too surprising. Maokai is more about shutting people down using his abilities, not really about having all of the best items. While Riven really needs those items, the scalar damage throughout the mid is like... Okay, so they're rotating people to trade blows for the tower so they can get some damage.
Yeah, and they do have some damage on that middle tower. They're going to back off now. Maybe swoop in, but it looks like NipTip's thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I think Worm Turtle wanted to go and get that red buff.
Yeah.
Okay, Malphite, he's a little
it's focusing on him, but all the teams here.
Very good Sona.
They're going to drive them out of their jungle, which might give them the chance to grab their red.
Right, yeah, they're pushing buff control. Exactly what they want to do.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're going to grab red.
They're probably going to give that one to Lisa. No? Did they give it to Riven?
They gave it to Riven.
Okay.
Lots of buff control. They're pushed back pretty hard. It looks like they're coming up. Do they want to grab Baron now? I don't think so. But there are no wards, so they can't see it.
I would say they're probably just checking for wards to clear for a Baron later.
But they're coming in. They know they're up there.
Okay, if they do Baron, it'll definitely force a fight. Okay,
there's the ward, but they have an Oracle, and that's going to go down. Whole team's coming up.
So it looks like this is... Oh, Malphite goes in for the start.
Oh, are they going to get Cho'Gath? They're going to get Tarek. He goes down.
Oh, this could be really bad. They could get a free Baron off of this because Worm Turtle, Lee Sin went back. And then it looks like they're going to get handled also.
Yeah, he's going to go down. And there's no wards now down here for both teams. Looks like they're going to start Baron.
Okay, so we got Riven and Vayne. Riven's up top. Vayne's in jungle. Neither of them are really in a great position to steal. Riven might, but if Riven steals, it's just going to steal or die.
Lots of damage going on by Riven. Here comes Vayne. Riven's going to go down. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Maybe like to slow him down or whatever, but.
Looks like they did get Baron. Cassidy's almost dead.
So yeah, 28 and 30 minutes on the first Baron.
Looks like, especially gold-wise, NipTip's catching up, and they have that advantage. But Lee Sin was able to grab another turret.
So, Master of the House doing really good on buff control and dragon control, but unfortunately, their decision to not engage and force a Baron fight was, I think, a pretty big mistake.
Yeah. So, a few missteps here. A lot of over-aggressiveness, especially down here. There are 2 kills they shouldn't have given away.
Yep.
Up here, Riven didn't need to come back down there.
No, so what they had to do is they have to kind of just do like what they're doing. Keep up the farm, so that way their endgame is good. Make sure they keep the buff control, and then just they have to let the Baron buff drop.
Yeah.
They don't want to get into a team fight while that's on. Not to mention the Sona is doing really great ults for awesome initiations.
And it looks like, let's see, we have... Oh, we don't have the timer for the Exalted Baron Sure.
Well, it was 28 and 30 seconds.
Okay.
So the next one's going to be up in 7 minutes.
Yeah. And I believe the aura lasts almost as long.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I was looking at the
Well, yeah, because
buff to
it's...
see how long that lasted, but it's almost halfway.
Yeah, so probably...
And they're not engaging right now, so this might be good. Looks like they're going to go for Dragon, but there is a ward here from NipTip. So they know what's happening. They're coming in. Oh, they see it.
Yeah, this could be really bad. This is NipTip's going to force the fight here, especially with the Baron buff.
Yep.
But since they just took out the ward, they're going to pull the Dragon and then probably just back up. Which means NipTip can go in there with Baron buff and just say, hey, this is our Dragon.
Yep.
For free.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Could possibly get a steal. No,
No, they got it.
And now they're going to try to force the engage.
Nice
Again,
ultimate by
great.
Sona. Ooh, lots of damage to Strahd. Tristana goes down.
Kaijin cleaning up.
Wow.
That's pretty low though.
Oh, Cho'Gath's gonna go down. Are they gonna grab Malphite? Riven grabs Sona. So, kind of wet.
Oh, Vayne.
Ooh.
Oh, great condemn.
Oh,
There goes
Malphite goes down. But in order to take out Malphite,
Yeah,
Cassidy gets the kill.
Right.
Now, looks like Maokai's still up here. Tarek and Lee Sin are going to 2v1 him.
And Riven's
chasing away Cassidy. We have 2 big fights going on. Maokai's going to go down. Is this going to turn into an ace? No. Looks like Riven's going to back off, let Cassidy get it. But that dragon just turned into a 2-4 kill for Master of the House, which is really helping them out.
And they just knocked out a whole bunch of Baron buffs, so that was really nice. While NipTip is still up 1 kill, I think Master of the House actually just put themselves in a very good position. They're still up on gold, and they're evening out on kills.
Looks like we have a back going on. Alright. All members of both teams will be up in 5 seconds with the return of Maokai.
So I think Master of the House did a really good thing there where like they let the ult go off, and then if you notice, they all kind of like just spread out and then let Riven go through and then like back over. So it made Team NipTip kind of like break apart because they didn't want Riven to do all the AoE damage.
Yeah.
And that separated them all so they could all be picked off, which is exactly what Master of the House wants.
Yeah, they did really good with that engage, especially when NipTip had the Baron buff.
Yeah.
And now I only believe Cassidy is the last one with it, and that might have gone up by now. Yeah, I don't see him having it right now. He's red. Looks like they're meeting down here. Riven's coming in.
Both green ones, so.
Yeah. As far as towers go, NipTip still only has 1 tower. The Master of the House is 4.
And in some games that could be pretty important, but I don't think that's super bad because NipTip is still maintaining at least decent farm and isn't too far behind in the gold. So even if they don't have towers, they can push one lane really well, especially with all the team fights that they were winning. But currently the gold is about 6,000 in favor of Master of the House.
Yeah. Although NipTip has taken the lead in kills, Master House has not lost the lead in gold. And that's going to be very important because that really means they're going to have more access to better items earlier.
Yeah, and they're still maintaining blue and red buff control for most of it. They've been constantly stealing those buffs from Team NipTip.
Yeah, and they're even going for Ryze too. Malphite is 14, and I believe Lee Sin is
in the 60s, so still maintaining the 2 levels.
So I was looking at Tarek thinking it was Lee Sin for some reason. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Looks like blue is about to pop with both teams coming in to try and take that.
And warded now by both of them.
Yeah.
Lee Sin threw his Q to see if he could see it.
Here comes NipTip. They're throwing in the package.
So yeah, they're trying to zone them out of their own blue, which could force a team fighting.
Oh, this is a very good match. All right, 34 minutes in, no clear winner.
Yeah, it's very back and forth.
This might come down to one really key team fight. It's like NipTip has Baron warded, but Master House has that bush warded, so they'll know when they go in. It's like Tarek and
so they're backing and blues, I believe, up for Master House. So one of them will probably grab that soon.
Yeah.
And blue finally did come up for NipTip, so they could take it now. This would be the most opportune moment.
Though I don't think they know exactly where Team Master House is. They might think they're up here, but they're going to go for it. They'll get it. No problem.
Cassidy's on bottom now, so it's either Maokai or Malphite that's going to take. Oh no, they may give it to Sona.
It's going to go to Maokai.
Okay. I would say that for optimization, Cassidy will probably been the better one.
Baron is up.
But with who was there, I guess you have to give it to someone, and you don't want to give Master of the House the chance to steal it.
Yep.
Okay, so we got some ward checking by Tarek here. Unfortunately, the ward is inside Baron, so
that's a good call. Looks like they're going to push it. Caston's going to take a while to come in. If they do it fast enough, they might be able to get it before they engage, but it probably...
They just saw the... Or no. Tarek is too far down. They don't know that there's a ward there.
Yeah, they're backing off. I think they're faking it to try and engage in a team fight right now. Looks like Caston's backing off.
Oh, I think he's just... Yeah, he's just moving position.
Yeah.
Trying to
set up another ward. But they know it's there. They're probably going to take that out. Oh, they're going to go for Baron anyway.
They cleared the ward mid. So now they don't... What they think is that Master of the House is faking or holding position.
If they can pull this off, this is going to be a great move by Master of the House. But it looks like they saw it.
Yeah, there's a little indecisiveness on what to do.
Yeah. Ooh, lots of damage. Vayne goes down.
Yeah, really great ulti by Sona too again.
Cho'Gath goes down. Ooh, this is not good for Master of the House. Tristana goes down. Kassadin goes down. A lot of their major damage dealers have gone down.
Worm Turtle just barely surviving. Tone still has
Tarek and Lee Sin are incredible. They have so high health. They're just staying in this match, evening the kills out. Looks like Riven's going to take out Maokai, which is going to give Master of the House the win in teamfights yet again. Tone is so ridiculous as Riven. They might actually even be able to take Baron now. Even though it's just the three of them. Because Vayne is almost up. Cho'Gath is almost up. They still have 40 seconds on Maokai, 20 seconds on Kassadin.
They have 10 seconds on Cho, so they're waiting to do a full 5 team. But they still know that... I don't know if they're going to be able to do it in 30 seconds, though.
But they're going to get the dragon yet again.
Yeah, they need to rush from there right to Baron if they're going to do it now.
Looks like Terrace is going to back up. No, they don't want to grab Baron right now.
Right, so they stalled it out and they got 2 kills out of it, but there was also 2 kills on Master of the House.
No, there's 3 kills for Master of the House.
3 kills.
2 kills
Yeah.
for NipTip, which is evened out the kills. And Master of the House almost has 10k more gold now.
Yep. So that gold advantage is really starting to show.
Yep.
Item-wise, let's see what we got. We got Cassidon, still out of ages, took Merc Treads. That's a little interesting. Looks like he took a flask, which is probably an AP flask. Went for Will the Ancient, so he has some Spell Vamp and some more AP. And then went with the smaller AP stick. Cho'Gath, pretty much the same, except that he has Rabadon's Death Cap instead of Rod of the Ages. And he's still holding out one of his rings, and he also took some magic resist also. Tone took Wit's End and still has the Hex Drinker. Finished up a Bloodthirster and still has the small mallet. May go with the frozen mallet soon. Tristana has finished her Madrids, gotten a BF sword. Berserkers went with a mallet and some health and some more lifesteal, so probably going to finish up a Bloodthirster pretty soon.
Looks like we're going to have some contesting over Baron yet again.
It looks like Lee Sin went with, took a sash to stop control on him. Went with the frozen mallet, took some more armor and some crit chance. Vayne went with Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, still has the Berserkers. Looks like they bought a...
Oh, they might catch them out of position. Nope, they're coming back in. They got the ward there.
Yeah, but see, Lee Sin came from the back, so they don't know that they're actually... Okay, but they only saw Tarek. Okay, so yeah, they just backed up.
Alright, looks like they're going to back up. They're warding all over the place. Looks like they really want to draw NipTip in here, get the kill, like fake a Baron and get the kill.
Yeah.
But they know the whole team is down here. You got the silencing off, Lee Sin jumping in. None of the other team seems to be jumping in right away. Lee Sin's going to go down for that. But are they going to clean up the rest of the team? Did he do enough damage? Yep. Tristana goes down. Looks like Maokai and Caston go down. Malphite goes down. Sona's going to go down.
Tone
Aced. Wow,
Very
Ribbon.
nice.
Hardly any health. Helps to ace the team. That is ridiculous.
And that means first Baron's going to happen at 40 minutes.
Yep. So the next one will be probably at 49.
Yep.
Wow. Incredible.
I thought Baron was 70.
You're right. I'm sorry. It's 48. For some reason, I got it in my head that it's 8 minutes instead of 7.
Okay, so first Baron, or second Baron.
Well, second Baron, yeah.
First Baron for Master of the House. And that gold advantage continuing to creep up there.
Yeah, and they're now over 10k, and they've taken the lead in kills with 4 kills ahead.
So there's a whole bunch of free farming that's going to happen, not to mention...
It looks like this middle's going to go down, but blue's pushed so far, and no one's there yet. They might take this out, but they do get... Master House does get the middle turret. Oh, the minions have engaged. This is going to be a lot of free farm for Lee Sin and Cho'Gath if he chooses, but Lee Sin already wiping out half the minions. Looks like they're going to go for blue.
Hopefully they'll probably give it to Cassidon now that he's actually up there. That would be the best one, because he's the one.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to help engage, and Maokai's going to watch it.
So yeah, we got some more jungle clearing and some more lane pushing on bottom, so that way Master of the House can continue to push their advantage.
Yeah, and get further and further ahead in gold.
Now, on supports, we got Sona took Tears and finished up a Aegis. So she still just had that aura, but Tarek also has the Aegis and also has Shirelius too. So there's a lot of movement speed there that'll give benefit to the team. And also then picked up another cooldown reduction health stone.
Looks like we're going to have a lot of wards going down in NipTip's jungle by Master of the House. They are going to have total map control.
Not to mention, I also want to make sure to control this end, because I know that Dragon's going to be the next thing that comes up for the next one.
And it looks like they might be setting up a trap. Lee Sin's hanging out here, trying to lure out Sona and Malphite, with the rest of the team hiding out in this forest. But it looks like they might just be coming up, trying to catch the team out of position, but everyone's down here.
Top lane's a little too pushed. Middle lane, again, still a little too pushed. So they're gonna have to kind of like stall out and then wait until they can hit either a split push or wait and see if anyone on NipTip just gets a little too greedy and goes too far out.
Yep.
All the buffs.
This is an incredible match.
Red buff just came up for NipTip's side.
Yep.
Okay, they're gonna back up and take that red buff.
Looks like the minions got their NipTip's second turret. Gonna grab red though. I finish up the minions up here. And here comes NipTip, trying to take back control of the map.
The Tarek's gonna. Oh, he comes back.
Looks like Riven's gonna go up, take all this farm.
Yeah, Riven's doing so good for them.
Oh,
More
absolutely.
farm is definitely gonna be better.
And this is gonna be a free Baron. They're stuck inside their base right now.
Dragon.
They're afraid to move out. Oh, sorry, not Baron Dragon. Miss you. And yeah, Dragon's gone. Not even contested by NipTip. Riven's getting more CS. How much does she have right now? 281. And Maokai is 103.
Yeah, Riven is leading in CS over everyone.
Yep.
And Lee Sin going up to pick up red.
He's going to grab his red. Now fight, looking for his red. Sees that it is not there. Taken by Riven. Nope. He took that. By Vayne. Looks like they're getting their lanes pushed now. So they can hopefully do a split push.
Yeah, I would say top lane is pushed enough to where if they just hold and control middle, Riven can split push top.
Yep.
And bottom has enough minions, they just got a second wave, so that should hopefully even out and last long enough for them to be able to do it.
Looks like they're going to go take this turret. There are some warding going on for NipTip in their own jungle. Try to counter the wards that were in placed in by Master of the House. There goes that tower, giving Master of the House 6 towers to NipTip's 2.
So they're now 9, Master of the House is now 9,000 up on the.
Oh, beyond that, they have 67 and NipTip has 52.
Oh yeah, sorry. I meant to say like, okay, it's 10 and then, so it's like 14.
1,500.
Oh yeah, because it's 7.7, so yeah,
Yep.
15,000 gold.
Yeah, that's a great advantage for Master of the House.
Yeah. So right now, what NipTip needs to do is they can't let Master House get a free Baron.
Yep.
And I don't think they need to worry as much about Dragon, but they do need to. I think they're waiting for a really good team fight, like a perfect engage, so that way they can start just pushing right down mid and taking a bunch of towers.
Yeah.
They're kind of letting their buffs go and just sitting in base, hoping for some greediness on Master House's side.
But honestly, what I think Master House is going to do is they're going to push and keep them in their base, wait for Baron, have one of their teammates go up, grab Baron, one or two of them.
Of course, one of their other problems is that solo doesn't have clear points, so they can't CB Baron. So the only time they're ever going to know that anyone is taking Baron is when they don't see Master of the House on the map at all.
Yep. And that would be a great strategy for Master House to lure them out and get them into a position that they want them for a team fight.
Right. Or they could take a free Baron by only using 3 people to take the Baron and then leaving 2 pushing on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like that Baron timer's about up.
Yep. Looks like they're going to set up for it. Oh, looks like minions took the 3rd tower for NipTip. Master House letting their lanes get pushed. Looks like they're going to set up for a Baron. NipTip's going to figure that out and head over to grab it.
Yeah, okay, they haven't seen anyone for a while, and they're pushing all their lanes back.
Yep.
So they're either going to start moving out into their own jungle and starting to farm there.
Baron is up.
See,
But they're heading down here. They're going to get a free Baron.
Yeah, this could be, if they push hard enough and get a good enough fight, they could end the game now if they wanted to.
There goes Baron. They're going to push top. Although bottom's getting pushed pretty hard from NipTip's minions. We'll see what happens there. They know they just got Baron. They're going into a defensive position now. Hopefully someone from Master of the House will take care of this and push this
Vayne
bottom
just
lane.
went back, so.
Yep. As did Tarek and Riven. So Leeson's going to solo push this. Maybe draw out one of them, but probably not, actually. They're going to stay.
Okay, so we got an Abyssal Scepter and a Void Staff on Cho'Gath now. And he just picked up some armor, so it looks like he's going to start building his Hourglass. And then we got some a Last Wish on Lee Sin, so that way he can get rid of some of that armor. And it looks like Tone on Riven just sold his Hex Drinker and is building a BF Sword, so probably going to go with an Infinity Edge now.
Mm-hmm.
And on NipTip's side, Cassidy finally picked up his Rabadons, and we have a Frozen Heart, some more armor, and a Giant Spell on Maokai. We got that Bloodthirster on Tristana, and also some armor and some health up. So they're trying to build pretty tanky. I think that's just because they weren't surviving in the team fights. Riven was just doing so much damage. And then Malphite again going AD. He finished up a Radowin's and went with Zeal and a Sunfire Cape. So it looks like they're positioning for Dragon.
Not denying NipTip another dragon.
Not to mention, Vayne also went with a Guardian Angel. So that's that means she's going to be a lot more dangerous in like the big AoE kind of team fight thing where Riven's jumping around and stuff. If Vayne goes down quickly, it's kind of like a reset button. All of a sudden, Vayne gets up and starts shooting you in the face again, and you're like, wait, I thought she died.
Yeah, absolutely. And that actually is a really good psychological play against NipTip, because if they focus her, she goes down, they try to take out the rest of the team. She comes back up and does all this damage.
Free Dragon. Wow, that was so much damage. But one thing I do know is on the last match that we did watch with NipTip, the enemy team had a lot of Guardian Angels, and they paid attention to those cooldowns. So that'll be really good. Like they may decide just to focus Vayne and then back up just to reset that Guardian Angel cooldown.
Alright, looks like Master House is getting ready to push. Middle. Lee Sin's gonna go up, grab wolves, might come up to clear this. Out bottom.
Yeah, they're just continuing this farm. They're so far ahead of goal.
Yeah, they're over 20, almost 20,000. A little bit below 20.
So it looks like we got a couple flasks up for NipTip's side. I don't know if anyone on Master of the House is actually flasked up, but all their builds are almost complete. So if they're not, they're going to start flasking soon. Also, looks like that Tarek picked up a an attack speed. Or no, wait, what is it?
Sorry, we got a team fight going on. It's Zeke's Herald, 15% cooldown reduction, grants nearby enemy champions 4% lifesteal and 20%
Oh yeah,
speed.
last patch they changed that item and they renamed it. That's why I didn't recognize it. I haven't actually played a support or bought that item in a long time, so I was confused.
Wow, this is a long match.
Yeah.
Looks
Well,
like,
the biggest problem is that NipTip has the team that you can't engage under their tower. So you have to split push, or you have to let them overextend. And they're really safe. They don't want to. So Tristana, feeling focused, finished up a Guardian Angel herself. So we got 2 Guardian Angel cooldowns.
looks like Riven and Lee Sin are going to be pushing lanes. They're coming out to extend.
Okay, so they know that there's 5. They know that the other ones are on the other lane, so they're forcing an engagement.
They silence Gaston, bringing him up. This is give Lee Sin the chance to push and get out of there. Maybe re-engage into a team fight.
Yeah, they may catch him.
He's moving too fast. They're not going to catch him. Riven's still bottom. Vayne's going to help out. They're going to grab their blue.
Yeah, that Shirley's really helped the middle to get away from that 5v3.
Looks like Lee Sin's coming down.
There's no ward, so they don't know that he's going to be grabbed.
Yeah. Ooh, they might catch Maokai out of position. 3v1.
Okay, we got to support.
He's taking a lot of damage though. Oh, he's gonna make it. They grabbed him just in time. Good job by NipTip. But he's gonna have to head back. Are they gonna push the tower while he's ahead? That's exactly what to do. Bane doing so much damage to the tower. Riven doing so much damage to the tower. They're popping right in, starting a team fight.
Focusing with the Bane.
Tristana's got the Guardian Angel, but Sona goes down. The tower's gonna go down. Lee Sin goes down, but Cassidy goes down. Bane goes down, but she's got the Guardian Angel as well. Malphite goes down, Tristana goes down, and will Maokai go down? He's just been condemned. He's out. Another ace by Master of the House. They only lost one for an ace. That's totally worth it. They're going to take out that tower. They're probably going to take out this tower in a hit.
No, they may go. Yeah, they're going.
They're going to go for the win. Will they get it? I think they will, actually.
They definitely can. That was a great game.
Wow.
Very good game by both teams. NipTip versus Master of the House, definitely the best one, and so even so far. Unfortunately, Master of the House farm was just too good.
Yeah, that was excellent. Well played. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you, Master of the House. Thank you, NipTip. Awesome match. Congratulations to Master of the House. We'll see you in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, I was surprised by how they were, because I figured that NipTip was going to have the better late game, and they lasted long enough to where their farm wasn't too far back. But then there was just that point where they played so defensively without having any inhibs down, so they weren't getting free farm. They were just sitting in their base and then letting farm come to them slowly. But then Master of the House just was like, fine, we'll take the rest of the map, clear out all your jungles, constantly steal your buffs throughout the match.
Yeah.
And I think that was definitely the controlling factor.
Oh,
there.
absolutely. That map control and that farm really gave Master of the House the advantage. NipTip had a great team fight set up. They were doing really well, but they just Master of the House just countered that and did what they needed to do to survive.
Yeah, and I have to say, Lee Sin, early game with a lot of his jungle control and that counter jungling, that was really, really good.
Oh, absolutely.
And then Riven, I'd have to say, on the damage level and just taking people out, that was every time he went in, he was like double or triple kill. That's how it's going to be.
Absolutely.
So
great match. Congratulations, Master of the House. We hope to see you again, NipTip. You guys were really good. It was a wonderful match to watch. We're really psyched about it. But we also have another match coming up in almost an hour. It is currently 9:19. We have another match at 10:30, so we'll be streaming to you live at twitch.tv/powerunderwhelming. Unfortunately, it is so close to the next match that we'll probably wait to put this match up on YouTube until after that one. So if you guys are waiting to watch it on YouTube and just happen to be on the stream right now, we're sorry, it'll be up after the next match. The next match will be the Teemo bracket, Any Which Way versus Given's Goons. Stay tuned, and we'll be back in an hour. Thanks for watching.
Bye.